High Five as Hot Spark, but we're rebranding as Influencer Academy because we realized we were down in Puerto Rico and we were about to intro from the stage. I was like, Hot Spark. And we're like, nobody here knows what that
Knows,
means. So
yeah,
we're like, we
no.
love it. But to those checking in or watching this later, we are with the lovely Katie Evans. We know her as in Instagram is at nomad.nesters. You can check them that there. But we did an onboarding call and I had no idea like who you were, Katie. And I started hearing your story and I was like, how is this a member of our community? And we're not a member of like your mentoring program because you have such vast experience with Hive and Home Decor and the candle program you built. And I started hearing that you built a 7-figure business very, not quickly, but like passionately. But the large message there was affiliate income. And then Nicole started giving me the background that you personally still make a lot of your revenue through affiliate revenue. And so that's kind of why we're here to talk more about how you're handling for your own income, affiliate marketing. And then maybe we can learn some lessons also on how other creators can be doing affiliate marketing for themselves, but maybe even some nuggets on how you built an affiliate program that did so well. So welcome.
Thank you.
And for the audience, we were talking about this before we came on, but where are you in the world and where did you just come from?
Yeah, so we're in Washington State, about 25 minutes from Seattle, and we full-time RV. And we just came from Hawaii, and we're super excited because our goal was to hit 50 states by 50. Like, I'm really big about bucket lists, so you got to have a bucket list. And we just hit our 50th state, so we knocked that off our list. So now we're just in. It's gorgeous. I wish you could see. I mean, it's beautiful here.
You really do look like you're in a wonderland, just the way the trees and the sun's kind of coming in through, the branches. It looks beautiful.
It really is. It's amazing. So much.
It's an otherworldly point of the world. We just had Kate White on from RV Queens, and she's in Washington State somewhere. Yeah. She was like, I did not realize there was a desert here. And it's like, yeah. And then Nicole was like, I thought it was like rainforest, boo. And it was like, well, yeah, way over on the coast, maybe. But yeah, it's diverse over there, man.
Super diverse.
Yeah. That's so funny. Okay, well, let's talk about affiliates. So is affiliate income your main thing, your mainstream of income right now?
It's my personal mainstream. We have several businesses. We're all about having as many businesses as possible for write-offs, all the things, right? So we have a lot of businesses, but that's my personal mainstream, and that's what I'm working on building right now, just because it gives you such a good residual income as far as you can with affiliate marketing. It's just that constant source of income if you work it right.
Well, talk to me about that, because I feel like the impression I get from a lot of creators, and I have not done a lot of affiliate income myself. A lot of creators feel like they do a push. It doesn't do so hot. They don't get a lot of sales and they drop it. So could you give us an idea of what, at the highest level, what doing it right feels like? Or if you were to advise, what is that?
Yeah, for sure. So I do get that you don't get that immediate push. So let's say that I have this purse, actually. This is a really good example. So this is the purse. It's this.
We're going to drop a link in the comments below. Go ahead.
It's from Lions Leather Company. I think it's $230. It's a fanny pack and a purse. I love it. So it's $230. I could have this company pay me anywhere from $300 to $1,000 to do a collaboration, a one-time. Look at this purse. It's so cute. It does this and this. Here's my code. You get 20% off. Well, you don't do that, actually. You get a collaboration, right? So you don't get 20% off. So I get my money, get my $400 to $500, or I can wear this purse like I do all the time, and I'm going to soft sell it. So my audience doesn't just come to me and getting a hard sell constantly, because as you start growing as a creator, and brands notice this, and we notice this with our creators as we use them, is I don't want to have a page where basically people are on and they're saying, oh, there she is. She's selling that campground again. She's selling whatever your industry is. So selling the RV pads. I want to sell a lifestyle. And that's, I think, the key. As you're a creator and you start to use affiliate marketing and you're making money on products, you're selling a lifestyle. So my lifestyle is empty nesters who have broken the mold. We're not quite retired. We're out there living. How am I going to show my audience that? So this purse is a great example. because I'm going to wear this purse and I'm going to just talk about it. And I wear it all the time. I have it with me and I'm going to just casually start sharing. And then I always put in that 20%. And here's the kicker. This is a lower item product. It's $220. But if I'm getting 20% kickback, I'm making basically $40 every time I sell this purse. So as a creator, I start to think, how often am I going to push this purse? So I'm going to push this purse in how I do it. This purse is a smaller item. I do it twice a month. If I could get 3 to 4 people each time to purchase this purse, that's $120. Twice a month is $240. Now I'm making $240 on a product where my audience doesn't feel like I'm pushing them these $20 products. I don't want to keep getting something like this and make $300 one time when I could find products that are really lifestyle driven. And I think that's the key, is making sure that you know your audience well enough. And if you don't mind, I'm just going to go on this whole thing real quick with you.
Yeah.
The key is knowing your audience. And I think that's where, as creators, we sometimes get a little bit stuck, because I can get hand sanitizer sent to me and I can sell it one time. Well, maybe my audience isn't interested in that. So thinking outside of the box, because if you're following me as a traveler, an RV influencer, you're following 10 other influencers, probably the same industry. We're all selling the same product over and over. And everyone is just saying, look at this product. Really dig in and say, what is something unique, something that I use daily, monthly, weekly, and something that's a high ticket value. And that's where I think we can change our mindset. Now we're selling a high ticket value item. We have some trikes that we ride. They're about $7,000. I use that all the time. I share that all the time. So my followers start seeing it, and it becomes a great source of residual income, because you're not just selling one-off cheap products. You're actually making money on a higher ticket item. Does that kind of resonate?
Yeah. So for example, and I always look for, like, okay, if I was a creator, I'm looking at a video you have with text overlay. I never would have thought at 50 I would completed almost all of my bucket list. And in this reel, you're on the trike. It's like a 15-second shot of you on the trike. I don't see you mention the trike once in the description or in the video. So how does this get soft sold in this context?
Yeah. So I am not going to sell it every time I use it. So with the trike, for example, I post the trike, probably 15 reels a month is on this trike.
Okay.
So I am not going to do it every time, because I don't want my audience to think that I'm there to sell to them. So if you'll go through some of our posts, you'll start to see that there are those times where we really sell the trike. You guys, this is... And the key is to really, for 2 reasons, really find out, what does that product do for you? And you want to really think about that for a few reasons, because you're going to use that for your audience, but you're also going to use that for the brand that you approach. So the trike, I have some health conditions, so I am talking to other people that can't stand up for a long time. So I'm constantly finding my 5 things that make that product amazing. Now, those are the things that I'm going to talk about and share with my audience. When I go to the brand to pitch the brand, instead of saying, hey, I like your product, I'm going to go to them. I'm going to say, hey, I love this trike. And especially if you already, and this is so great, you guys, if you want to get into the content creation affiliate marketing world, you can already own the product. So if it's a big product, you can already own the product and you can reach out to the brand, or you can reach out and ask for that product. But what you're going to say is, hey, I'm Kati. I RV full time. I want to see the world, but I have some limitations. Your product would do these 5 things for me. And my community would resonate because of this, this, and this. And the cool thing about it is now you've put yourself in a position with the brand where they can see that you can sell the result of the product. You want to sell the result. And so sell the result of the product, but now they can take a chance on you, especially, we're brand new. We've switched. We were on the brand side. Now we're on the content creator side. We only have about a little under 6,000 followers. We've just been doing this for, 9 so months. The cool thing is they might want to take a chance on me, but maybe they don't. So now I'm showing them, here's why you want to take a chance on me. And they're not paying you thousands of dollars up front. They're sending you the product. And the cool thing about it is I am in control of that. Like, this is why as a brand, I would never pay. I never paid collaborations because I want that content creator to work hard for me. I have to sell this purse, guys. I can't just do a quick picture. If I'm going to, and I don't right now with this purse, but I'm going to, I have another purse that I use. I just switched, super excited. I'll have to show you. The cool thing about this is that I have to work hard. I have a chair that I just found. It's $289. It's a brand new brand. I reached out to them. They don't do paid collaborations. They don't have the budget. They're willing to send me the chair for free. I know my people. I know that my people are going to be interested in this $289 chair. I'm going to work it. I'm going to make my 20% on that $289 chair because I now have to sell it. I don't just have someone giving me a free product and $300. I'm going to work. And that is something that brands really appreciate, and brands understand the value of that.
Mm-hmm. You raise a really good point there. And that is when you were doing, I assume you're talking about when you were doing Hyven or any one of the businesses you actually own. You said explicitly, I don't do paid collaborations. And as you can imagine, that would make some creators' heads spin. No matter how long Nicole and I have been doing this, whether, when we have a brand or DMOs in the room and creators in the room, if you go to any one of the click tables, the creators are like, someone at that moment is lecturing, I never do free content or trade deals or any of that. And the DMOs are like, I've got no budget. And like, they're like, it's like a high school dance sometimes, not at this 2X event. It was really good, but they're split. And like, we're not even going to talk about it. Let's just be friends and not talk about it because, but you have this middle of the road. That's like, I'm happy to pay you infinite money.
Yes.
But only around this affiliate thing. That is interesting. Where do you think you developed this approach?
Yeah. So as a brand, I had again, you guys, bucket list and goals. I had a bucket list. I wanted to have a 6-figure business within 6 months. I wanted to have a 7-figure business. I wanted to sell it in 3 years. Like, that's what I knew I had to do.
Wow. I'm writing that down.
Yeah, seriously.
Guys, bucket lists you got to do it, because if you have a goal, you write it out and you accomplish it. I can play Mark Zuckerberg, which I did. I did do Facebook ads in my business like September through December. Mm-hmm. I had to find a way to be able to push this product, and I had to be able to find a way to make the most money on it and find people that could push it for me. So I'm going to give you a brand perspective. As a brand, I am looking for content creators that will fill my niche. And you have to remember, I am an RV content creator, which means I have tons of RV content creator friends. As a brand, you find someone in that niche. And once you find them, there is an infinite possibility, because you basically go in and you follow everyone that they're following and you watch how they sell. So that's, as a brand, how I would find content creators. Content creators, when I first started working with them, now I was in Utah, which is the mecca of lifestyle and home style influencers, right? So there were all of these opportunities for me to say, oh, how can I build a relationship with you? And as a content creator, you have to think the same way. As a brand, I built relationships with my content creators. I sent them things on their birthday, all the things. As a content creator, do the same thing with the brand. Don't just give them a pitch and say, I want $500. These are my deliverables. It's kind of like dating. You don't go to third base on your first date because you're going to lose them. It's really a process. So as a brand, what you want to do is, when you're looking as a brand, you're going to find content creators who are willing to work for you. I will send you, my most expensive candle was $249. I'll send you that $249 candle, but you have to remember, as a brand, that cost me $80 plus $40 to ship. So I'm taking a risk on a content creator for $120 for them maybe to do something, maybe to not. And so that's where the magic is. Brands don't want to waste their money, because content creators, about 50% of the time, they don't perform, they don't show up, they don't do what they're supposed to. So as a content creator, think about the brand perspective for a moment, and then you can see why they don't want to constantly send out product and pay you a lot of money. So if you know this is the key, if you know your audience and you can sell that, then you can make money at affiliate marketing. If you're just throwing every deal out there, you're not going to make any money. But if you know your audience and you have a high ticket item that's not, now know your audience, meaning the $289 chair is going to be a little hard for some of my people to want to buy this chair, but I think they will. Know your audience as far as what their desires are. What are you there for? Your audience is only there for you to entertain them and give them something. So know who they are. And if you know those things, then you will be able to sell and make money. So affiliate marketing really works because if I know my audience and I know I can sell this purse, I just made $40. And if I do that 10 times, that's $400. And I know a lot of content creators start about $400 for one post. Well, now that $400, if I can do that every month for 10 months, I just made $4,800. Like, do you see the difference? Like how that's so magical, $400 versus $4,800. So content creators, and I have a lot of content creator friends and we have this fight all the time. And I know, but I have to tell you, in my business, Hive and Home, we did high-end candles. We made sure that we had influencers that could push them. My best influencers were between 4,000 and 7,000 followers. Those girls would make at least $2,000 every time they posted for me. So here's the ticket. The cool thing is, if you're a content creator and you're playing it right, that means this brand knows you're successful. I would send them free products, Amazon gift cards every month so they would remember me and think of me. So when I'm ready to launch a product, they would sell for me. And so really position yourself in a place where you can really show this brand, I can do this for you. My husband just did a reel yesterday dressed up like a rapper.
I saw this.
I was wondering, I was like, did they find somebody to dress up?
That's my husband. I'm like, babe, we're getting a new pooper scooper. Everybody hates him. You walk through the RV park and you kind of nod and you're embarrassed. I'm like, we're going to make this fun. We don't work with that brand, but I needed a new one. So I've already put together a letter. They've already reached out when they saw our reel that we tagged them in. And we're already in this thing of, nope, I don't want $500. I want to be an influencer for you that's going to make money because this is a $400 product. And even if I only sell 5 a year, 20% would be 80. That's only what? I can't do the math right now. That's an extra $500 I just put in my account. So look at your calendar and space it out and say, I'm going to sell this purse 3 times a month. I'm going to talk about the bike 4 times a month. What are things that your people are interested in? And you create your own residual income. You don't want products that your people aren't interested in for $300 because you're going to lose your audience. And that's where I think so many content creators mess up. Yes, they're getting paid, but their people don't care. So they're losing their audience. And that was a whole bunch threw out there.
Are you negotiating affiliate percentages when you talk to them? Because that's kind of what it sounded like with the gray tank or the thing that you guys are
definitely
about. Yeah,
definitely.
Okay.
And I'm actually, and here's something to really think about. I am working with this company with the chair. You guys, it is so cool. It's actually not a chair. They call it a kickstand. It's amazing. This is the thing that we have to really be careful of. And this brand is brand new, so I'm walking them through it. Don't accept the collaboration unless it works for you and your followers. And this is where sometimes brands need a little bit of help. If I was to say, you guys, look how cute this is. You get 5% off today. I'm not going to make any money selling this bag, even if they give me 30% off. And so when you jump into affiliate marketing, really understand when you work with the brand, they have to make it so good for your customer too, your audience, that your audience is able to go ahead and want to buy right then. And then you have to make enough money on your end. And so that is something as a new affiliate marketer, really pay attention. If you have a $500 product, but they're only offering your customers 5% off, I'm ready hey, Grant, check out this new black tank polar. It's 5% off. Grant is going to say, no, thank you. And so
Mm.
really want to start negotiating that and the terms of the discount for your followers. And most brands are willing to do that. If you show them that you understand the process and you're willing to work for them, they're usually willing to do that.
Yeah, I can definitely attest to that. Mod Bikes was an e-bike company, and for some of their affiliates, some of them asked for 10% off for their customers, and the CEO would approve it because he knows how powerful it was. But we kept it at a standard. I think it was like, actually, I think it was like $100 per bike if for the affiliate. But some of them did negotiate, and then they sold. Like, that's a pretty high ticket thing, so they were selling a lot of bikes. But Grant, Craig has a question.
Craig says, you release the content on the pooper carrier before a collab agreement with the brand, and then they approach you to collab. Do you find the strategy works more often than not?
You know what? This is just something that just happened yesterday. So yes and no. So we're not even in like real talks yet. We just put this out there. We sent it to them. We had to buy one anyways. That's the ticket. If you have to buy it anyways, and you already have it, go for it. If you don't, go ahead and do it right away. We're actually at a campground where there's no sewer. That's never happened to us before. So we need it. So we're like, we're going to knock this out of the park. We're going to get this out there. We're going to reach out to them. We're going to start making some money on collaborations. Will it work? Probably. So yes, if you already have the product, if you're new, I say if you're afraid, jump in. If you've got a dehumidifier in your house, reach out to the company and say, hey, I have this dehumidifier. I use it all the time. I want to get an affiliate code. And then start talking. The other thing you can do is if you're new and you're not sure, just go to the bottom of the website of the product that you like. Most companies already have an affiliate code or a partnership. These are going to be lower, but go ahead and try it and start. And if you think you can sell that product, reach out and say, hey, I saw you have an affiliate link, but my affiliate standards. And I know that's like a strange concept to say, but I say my affiliate standards are, I need this off for my followers and this much for me. And that's when you tell them, because I do this, and this. And that's how we kind of work it.
You know, we're listening, Nicole and I are listening to, oh gosh, 10X.
Who, not how, 10X. Okay.
Yeah, 10X is easier than 2X. And he keeps saying this in the book. He says, be the buyer, not the seller. And when you say this phrase, my affiliate standards are, you are looking to acquire their services, not the other way around. And I do feel like a lot of creators approach all of these collabs and relationships as if they were at the behest of the brand, instead of it truly being collaborative, in that, no, I'm shopping and protecting, in this case, my audience and my own brand. And that's why I'm approaching it that way. That's intriguing. Have you always been business minded like this yourself?
My husband and I, we about 2 years into our marriage decided we'd always work for ourselves, and we just started doing businesses. I think the thing that really made a difference for me, and this is something for content creators to really remember, as a brand, I needed content creators. So I was every day, we call it dating. I had a full-time assistant that all she did was date and follow influencers to find us good influencers. So remember, as a content creator, they need you just as much as you need them. And sometimes we pretend like the brand's up here and, oh, I have to bow down and do what they want. Without content creators, they then have to pay Facebook ads or another form of marketing. It really is like this. As a content creator, I have as much leverage as a brand. And I think that's why so many content creators won't do affiliate marketing, because they see it like this. It's really like this. And it really is. If you know your market, and you can show that brand that you know your market, you can make money. You have to be careful. We're not Walmart. I can't start. There's a gal, gosh, I probably shouldn't say her name on here, that I was with. I wanted her to, I thought she was the mecca of affiliates, like influencers. Like, I need this influencer. Well, she sold a lipstick here and pantyhose here and shoes here and this here. Fatigued her market. Be a good content creator and actually give your audience what they desire. My people, yes, they live in an RV. I don't need to sell them RV stuff because they can go to Camping World or Amazon. I need to sell them a lifestyle, and I need to sell them why that lifestyle is good. And how does this give me a lifestyle? Y'all, I literally just threw away 7 purses. Not even kidding. Fanny packs, everything. When I go on there, I'm like, you guys, and I have a big bag, and I'm going to show my people, my husband walking out with this big bag of old purses that just got thrown in the trash. I don't have a lot of room in my RV. That's going to sell the lifestyle more than.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's really good. And it's almost like the most of the RV creators, there's 2 flaws and there's 2 contrasts in the thinking versus what I'm hearing from you. Number one, the creators feel like because I am a RV creator, I sell RV stuff. And Nicole and I have been coaching our people. You need to find other you're fatiguing these brands. Like they're starting to realize that, oh, I have a dime a dozen on creators. So the one is that they feel like they have to be selling RV stuff, RV tools, RV kits, RV upholstery. And you're going, no, lifestyle. Let's go lifestyle. And I really like that. So it's almost RV adjacent. But the other thing you're saying is knowing your audience. And I feel like when someone says, I am branded in my bio as an RV family or as an RV creator, there's almost this assumption that anyone who follows me is following me for that. And I see you shaking your head. Yeah, I have wondered, do you really know your audience? Because this very broad, generic RV families or people interested in RV are my followers. So when you came up with Nomad Nesters, did you already have your avatar, your target client in mind when you came up with that handle? Or did, which came first, chicken or the egg, I guess, on this?
So my husband he wanted to do Instagram. I'll be honest, I had like Instagram social media fatigue. I just sold my big brand. I just finished coaching brands on how to use social media. I'm like, I need a break. So my husband was like, let's hit, we want to make friends. It was all about, we want to find people like us. And that's such a good question, Grant, because I think, can I answer it in a threefold thing?
Please. Yeah. Yes.
First, let me answer, how do you even know what your audience wants and who your audience wants? I am an RVer, and I have the same people follow me that follow tons of other people that maybe stay in $1,000 places and some boondock and all the things. Here is a really good tip. If you're a content creator, how to really know what your audience wants. We want to look at our insights, obviously our monthly insights. Look at your actual real insights and look at them all the time, because you're going to be able to see how many people actually commented real meaningful comments, not just an emoji of a sun or a smiley face or right on. Really look at what people are saying. Look at how many people are interested in what you're talking about and respond, and look at how many people are your followers that are seeing that reel versus your non-followers. And that's a whole nother topic. Like, that's something we could get into forever. Yes, you want new followers, but all the things. Really look at that. That's going to help you know what are they there for, because there's a lot of empty nester nomad people out there. But I want to find out, what am I talking about that they are interested in? So that's the first part of that. The second part is you have to decide, are you going to be true to yourself, and are you going to find the followers that come to you for what you're putting out there, or are you going to change your content to fit the people that are watching? And I have to tell you, this is something that we're in the middle of. We probably should be YouTubers. We're long form. I want to tell you about where I've been, what I did, why I did it. Our current followers are the younger families, and they like the funny skits and the things like that. We're getting more non-followers when we put out that new style of what we're sticking to. So really decide, what are you doing, and don't change to meet the followers. Really be authentic to who you are, because that's the key. If you're not authentic and you're not doing, like, if I was to do what my husband did yesterday and put on a wrap outfit and like make love to a beef patty, that's not going to work. That's not who I am. So you got to decide. So that is a twofold. So decide, what are you doing and why? Because for me, it's a lifestyle. And if I'm not authentic, you're not going to follow, and then I can't sell you. So
Now, quick question on that. Can someone create an account that says, I don't care about authenticity. I literally just want to sell, and it still follows the same rules, hyper micro niche, but I'm only going to do content that appeals to them. So there's not like a qualitative judgment here. Just know what you're doing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. I like that. Cool.
So Sean has a question for you, Katie. He says, do you prefer to push higher price products less often, like soft sells, or lower price products more often that may get a quicker purchase because the price is lower?
Good
Yeah,
question.
super good question. And again, it's knowing your audience, right? If you have, so for my audience, I can sell higher ticket products and I can only have to push and sell to them half the time because I'm making more money. I'm making $50 a sell instead of $5.
Yeah.
But if your audience can't afford these higher priced items, then go with the quick pushes. So really think about your people. What can they afford? I know when we RV'd back in 2004, we were a young family, 4 kids, did it for 9 years. You put this purse in front of me and I'd be like, that's food for a week, like
right.
Think about your audience and then fill with what you're comfortable with. There are people that are really good about just selling nonstop on their page and they do good with it. If you're comfortable with it, that's awesome. But for me, I personally choose to go higher and sell less and create more content that will keep my people engaged. I don't want them to be there and feel like I'm an infomercial. I want them to enjoy what we're doing.
Yeah, because you said with the purse, you really only put it in your content maybe twice, 2 or 3 times a month, and then you're hitting those goals and not having to sell as frequently. And I can imagine with a purse, like I think with a lot of fashion products, you wear them and people are like, what is that? What do you they get curious about it and they're asking you about it anyway, especially if it comes up. I feel like that's more integrated with content. So
yeah, and this is a brand. I mean, this is something we've only worn. This is brand new. So this is a good example. But if you like go through, I mean, obviously our trikes, and I'll be really fair and honest. I do like making money. It's not a necessity. Like I have other streams of money, and so I'm just really starting now to use my Instagram as that because we have other streams. And so if I'm very selective. So right now, if you look, we decided our bike is going to be the big thing. These new chairs, if you watch, once we get it for 3 or 4 months, that's going to be the thing that we're always talking about, meaning I'm going to go to the beach and I'm going to be wearing this chair. I'm going to be on the mountainside. So it's very natural. So if you're someone that needs more money and you need to be bringing more in, then you have to be more strategic and say, okay, twice a week, I'm going to talk about this product. Now I'm going to talk about this product and really push. You just don't want to fatigue your audience, though, with just being a sales channel. You don't want to sell, I don't know, campgrounds nonstop or RV toilet stuff nonstop because people don't want to watch that. They want to watch. They want, remember, you're there to entertain them. That's the whole point of Instagram.
To entertain them. I dig that. So in looking at this, my question is the two, let's just say the 2 times a month you sell the purse. Is that a direct sell in that instance, or is that even still a soft sell? It's a direct sell.
That would be, yes. So my plan with this purse, and I wish I had something else, but it's the only thing next to me, and this is new, is my plan is I'm going to be like, I'm going to be walking and I'm going to be, we're going to be at Pike Place Market next week. I already know what I'm doing at Pike Place Market. And I'm going to have this on as a fanny pack. And I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, look at all the flowers I have. I'm so glad that I have my purse. Look, it's a fanny pack and a purse. That's going to be my soft sell. I'm going to do that a few times. I'm going to think about what am I doing? Where am I going? My hard sell is going to be, okay, you guys, I've had so many people ask me about this. Now I have a bike helmet that's $300 and you can see I wear it all the time and I tag them all the time. But then it's going to be, oh, you guys, some of you guys are asking me about this. Yes, it is the coolest purse. Let me show you what's inside. I can fit my passport, everything I need, blah, blah, blah. And I know I wear it. Yes, here's the discount code. Now I do often, we will tag in post. And I have another account that I should show you. We will go in and you just tag. Like I'm going to tag every time I wear my bike helmet. I always tag at Bike Pretty. And I always put a thing in, hey, if you want, here's my discount code if you want one for you. And I don't even call it a discount code. What I say is if you want, they're willing to give you this much off. And that's where you have to be strategic. Instead of saying 3% off, I say I'm going to give you $47 off. And
yeah, something specific.
Because 20% is like, but if I say $47 off, you're going to be like, heck yeah. Generally, I do this in my stories. I don't like to have a lot of sales posts on my actual reels. Most of my selling happens in my stories.
Really? Okay.
Yes, 100%, because my stories are seen and it's not fatiguing. I don't want my reels to be a page. So I really am using my stories. So when you're going to get my hard sell, it's going to be on my story. And if you actually, when you work with brands, I will never, ever, ever, a brand will say, a content creator would say to me, I only post in my stories your discount code. I won't post it on my grid. That is 100% okay with me, because as a content creator, I'm giving you a lifestyle. I'm not giving you target. So be willing to sell in your stories, and you're going to get the most bang for your buck, because if you're selling it right and your people are following you, it's instantaneous. They know they have 30 seconds to click that link. I know when I watch a story and I'm like, that's interesting, I better click it now or I'm not going to click now.
Yeah. And so I notice it's not in your link tree. So people must be just clicking right when they're in your story.
Right in my story. Yes. And I'm a big believer. I am, and this is just personal, I do not like to go to a content creator's link tree and see 85 different links. It's a turn off to me, because now I feel scammy. Oh, they just want me for my money. I don't. I'm very, very careful with it. Yeah. I will put a couple in if it's something we talk about, but we'll pull it right out. So my link tree hardly ever has more than 2 or 3, but it's only because we've focused on it like a paint pen. We just painted our RV and there's a paint pen that's a touch-up pen. I've talked about it a few times. I'm going to drop the link in my link tree, but I'm going to pull it right out. So that's a personal.
Well, I do really want that purse link though. So if you could DM that to me. I love fanny packs right now. Ask Grant.
She's on this fanny pack thing.
I really am, because I hate big purses. I hate them. I used to carry them around in my 20s, and I'm like, what was going on with me?
It's adjustable. It's a purse. Awesome. Now it's a fanny pack. Now it's a crossover bag, guys. Yeah. But this is something that I don't want my people to think that I'm using them to make money to live my lifestyle. Here is a key that I find. If you feel, I work with a lot, and I actually go to different influencer events, and I talk to these influencers with this certain industry, meaning home decor. If I am a home decor influencer and you're following me and you start to feel like, wait a second, she's only using Ryobi right now because Ryobi's paying her, or I go to her link tree and it's every little link that could save me money, you lose at least this is my impression. I know I don't agree. You lose legitimacy as an influencer. Influencers are there to influence you to buy products that they like. If you're pushing things out constantly, people start losing trust in you because they know and they think that you're just there to make money for them. I never want anyone to feel that way about me, because I'm selling you a lifestyle. And that is the problem, is so many people start to not trust influencers because today they love Levi's, tomorrow they love Madewell. So you have to be really careful. So that is a personal thing. And when I, as a brand, when I look for influencers, I'm very particular. You do not. And once you become an influencer that's on, we had different levels. So when you were one of my big girls, when you're making $6,000 to $9,000 every time we post together, there were things that you had to agree to. You would not sell any other candle brands. You would not do this. This is what we do. But in return, I send you product every month. I pay you a higher rate. Right. And so really, I did not want to work with an influencer that was going to show Antique Candle Co.'s candle, because they were my rival. And so I really feel it's important. You guys, we're not here to, yes, a lot of us are here because this is how we have to make money, but we're here to sell a lifestyle. We're not here to sell products, and we're not here to make our followers feel like, oh, the 20%
Mm,
off discount's making her money. No, the 20% discount is a gift that I made a relationship with the brand. So now you can have it on sale at a discount, not so I can put money in my pocket.
mm.
That's
So
my
good.
real thing, guys. We've got to stop because back before COVID, 2019, 2020, influencers were killing it. I don't know if
Yeah.
you'll realize in 2022, influencers started making so much less money. Several reasons. One is that people weren't buying as much. Obviously, COVID was about over, so that affected influencers. Two, influencers became so big and they are everywhere now, and you can find them everywhere. So the market is a little bit washed out. That's why you want to go outside of your niche. RV industry is washed out a little bit. There's so many of us go outside of my niche. But three, there's not a lot of trust anymore because people realize in the beginning, people didn't know influencers were making money and getting kickback. People know that now. So you have to be
Mm,
really careful and you have to be authentic to the products that you're selling. And if I could
Mm,
teach brands that more than anything, that's what we would teach. But the same thing to influencers
right.
is
mm.
you have to make sure that you look like you genuinely. I'm not going to trust you if you put a toilet tab up once and say, here's a discount code. But if I follow you and you're like, oh my gosh, it's moving day and the toilet stinks, and you use that 5 or 6 times,
Right.
I'm going to see that. And that's the beauty of affiliate marketing is now it's residual income because you're talking about it all the time. Your people believe you. It's not a
Yeah.
one-time $300 and you're done. So
It's products you actually really do use every day. So it's integrated. Yeah.
I'm wondering if we shouldn't even relabel it from affiliate income or residual income to lifestyle income.
that would be
Um,
so
Yeah.
Something like that, because, hey, you gotta make sure this is integrated in your lifestyle, and then you can feed yourself and your household indefinitely because you live indefinitely, using these products. Well, I cannot tell you, we
Yeah.
touched on so many things that, like I'm hearing, like, we need to do a master class on picking your niche. We need to keep going on some of this, but for the sake of time, what's the best place for people to follow you? Is it just at nomad.nesters?
yeah. And I'm kind of I'm kind of a quiet person, even in my brands and things.
Yeah.
We're kind of quiet. We don't go out there a lot. So it's a newer account that we just did. This is our new account for RV and it's
Mm,
nomad.nesters. And we literally just started taking it seriously a few months ago. My husband, he loves it. He loves to show everything that we do. And so it really is just a place where we
wow.
want our viewers to come to get tips and trips and lifestyles. And then it's really for the younger RVers like us. We've been empty nesters now for like 5 years. We were early empty nesters. And so it's
Yeah,
a place for empty nesters to come and find community. And that's what we're all about.
man.
And really think about that. Like, that's fun to think about what are your things that are unique about you when you're a
Yeah.
content creator and make that
Mm,
just a hangout place. So,
yeah.
Man, well, I am honored that you're part of Influencer Academy. I've got so much to learn, and you guys are actually goals for me. It's like, man,
Mhm.
multiple businesses living on the road and then, lifestyle income. I'm blown away. Well, I really appreciate it.
You
If
do.
there's any way we can serve you, let us know. This has been awesome.
you.
Nicole and I, you
Yeah.
and I have a lot to debrief on.
We do.
Thanks so much. Have a good afternoon. Stick around, Katie, real quick, and we'll be right with you. Nicole, quickest takeaway for the audience from Katie's
I
nuggies.
just hope they're looking at affiliate marketing in a new light
Yes.
because the biggest thing that we hear is we need residual income, and it's so
Yes.
hard to nail down brands to pay you monthly for a
Yeah.
consecutive period of time. And this is really like a hack of creating a lifestyle that you already using with products you're probably already using anyways. And
Yeah.
so I'm so thankful that she shared this with our community.
And I think the reason a lot of creators don't want to go this route is it takes a degree of thoughtfulness. And
Mhm.
if there's anything I've learned about Katie from this meeting and other meetings we've had, is how
Mhm.
thoughtful she takes time to think through, well, who are my audience? What do they really value? And to curate that content. And I mean that in the best possible way of, no, let's take a slow growth. I have less than 6,000 followers. Let's take a slow growth and
Mhm.
only connect with those people and then approach my affiliate income from that. And that puts a lot of responsibility on the creator of, I got to be integrated in this. So to me, there's a lot of responsibility, but in some ways
Yeah.
it's less hustle and more thoughtfulness, which is
Yes,
weird.
more strategic than it is just getting
Mhm.
it like volume. And I think your audience is going to appreciate it. Like she's saying, you're not going to have to worry about overselling them and fatiguing
Mhm.
them out, you know, because it's so much
Yeah.
more thoughtful when it comes to your content and how you communicate with them. So
Yeah. Well, everyone, thank you so much. This has been no longer the Hot Spark Show, the Influencer Academy show with Kati Evans. Please follow them at nomad.nesters. I'm telling you, every time I've talked with Kati, I have learned something new. So not
it's
only
incredible.
to follow, they are extremely experienced and great business people. So check them out. Thank you so much, everyone.